in this session itself, I'm going to share with you some techniques or tips that you can follow to start building the very initial orders, okay, to help you build your gig. You have to do something. All right, so this is really for the very initial stage. And of course, afterwards, if you want to start running ads and all that, that's another story. If you want to start running, like webinars and all that to bring in interested parties to come in, like what I'm doing right now, that's another story. But then again, let's start with a few very fundamental ways, okay, absolutely free to help you get your first batch of clients on your Fiverr gig to jumpstart your freelancing career. Now, so what are the things that you can consider doing? First thing first, if you have been doing this for a while, I would strongly recommend that you revisit your existing or your past clients or even your friends who express interest to work with you in any way. You would just tell the whole world saying that, look, I am offering this small gig, Facebook ads design at $50 only, exclusively on Fiverr. It's only happening now. I'm going to increase the price soon. So if you want to work with me, please support me by buying me a coffee. I mean, if $50 is more than a coffee, but then again, $50 for a design is still very, very affordable. It's very cheap. So shout about this. You're actually offering something that people want. Remember that, huh? When you're creating a Fiverr gig, you do offer something that people want. And you know the fact that you have designed and upsell once these people come through the door. All right? So it's time for you to start shouting about it. Be very loud about it. When I first started my Fiverr journey, when I created my AMA and my Facebook ads audit, I shout about it every time I go live. I shout about it in my email list. I shout about it on my personal Facebook. I shout about it everywhere. I think this is a necessity. You have to do this. If you do not shout about your own service, who would? And of course, the more you shout about it, the more people know it, you'll be surprised. All right? People who see it may not need it, but when they can come across anyone who might need it, oh, I remember Eric has that offer. Oh, let's talk to Eric. You can connect with my friend Eric. I mean, all these opportunities may come from anywhere. Do not be shy about shouting about your gig. So that's the first thing you can do. And it's free. Posting on Facebook is free. Posting on Twitter is free. Posting on Instagram is free. If you're shy to create a post, well, just create stories. Every day in between your plant stories or your pet stories or whatnot, slot in and saying that, hey, if you want to work with me on this thing, come and here's the link. I mean, you can actually insert a link to your Fiverr gig very easily. Keep doing that. All right. So that's a very active way that you go out and you really offer people and all that. Now, the other way is to show up where your audience hang out. Where do they hang out? You see, I give you two simplest ways to do. First, I believe if you are, let's say, a copywriter, if you are a designer, all this kind of thing, you definitely join some of the groups where, this is where you find interested parties who are looking for service providers like you. Be there, answer questions. Okay, be there, stand up and say that, hey, this is my Fiverr gig. You can actually book me here. If somebody posts a job and say that, oh, I need a Facebook ads designer. Can you help? Oh, here's the link. You can actually come and talk to me. Do not do PM. These are all opportunities for you to publicly paste a link. Well, you might be saying that, wow, what if people don't want to go through that? Look. The link is not for the person who posted the advertisement. Of course, it's for him or her, but the link is also for everyone else. When somebody is asking for help, and if you are allowed to comment, to offer your help, this is a very good opportunity for you to advertise your gig. And this thing stays there for long term. Just keep posting this and sharing about this. All right? So this is one thing you do in the so-called the freelancing, so-called Facebook groups and all that, do that. Now, if you're an expert like me, okay, if you offer something that, let's say a web design, if you're a web designer, for example, or if you're a coach like me, let's take me for, let's take web designer, for example, all right? If you're a web designer, there are groups where you can join, like I know some WordPress group where a bunch of so-called local business people hanging out, asking questions about their WordPress website issues and all that. You can be there to answer questions. You know what? You can be there to answer questions. Stand out, be the person who answer questions. And you just offer this, and you can actually go back and forth for several times and say that, look, I can't really solve your problem without really looking at your situation. Why not you just go for this link, buy me a coffee, and let's take a look at your problem together via Zoom. I mean, some group allow this, some group do not. But well, anyway, you can, if for those that do not allow you to do that, you can still be there, answer questions. And when a person asks for more and say that, oh, actually, can we actually take this offline? And you DM. And then after that, you tell them that, look, I would love to help, but I believe this is a professional advice. Why not you just buy me a coffee over here via this gig and do this? Natural, right? You don't need to be pushing. You're just being there, showing up when you are needed. Be an expert, be seen as an authority, provide value, and bring people in. I mean, the same thing you can do on YouTube videos. Okay, for those who are starting, let's say any one of you who wants to start, running Facebook ads for people. You know what? There is a very awesome place, which is YouTube. So many videos that teaches things. A lot of people will be asking questions down there as a comment. And you know for a fact that those who teaches publicly on YouTube, they will never answer questions in the comment, right? And they have no time, right? Like for me, I have no time to answer questions. That's why I do my weekly AMA on Sunday nights to answer questions. But here's the thing, these are opportunities. When there are questions, answer them. And say that, by the way, if you need more help, here's the link to buy me a coffee and we can look at your case individually. Hey, you will be surprised. You will be surprised. You see, all these links that you leave on all these social media places, whether it's on Facebook group or even Facebook page or even YouTube videos, these are there. These are, like permanent. As long as the internet exists, this thing exists. And for those who care enough and look for an answer, when they scroll deeper enough and they see you, they come in. Every time there is a question, every time there is a query, every time there is a need, okay, it's an opportunity. I want you to do that. And it's completely free. You don't need to spend a lot of time doing this. You just need to spend maybe like half an hour a day. Just scroll through. In those groups, you don't need to in like 1,000 groups, just be in 5 groups, for example. And just be in like maybe 3 YouTube channels, look at whatever. Just scroll through, spend half an hour, scroll through, and maybe, like answer a few times. See whatever that is relevant. You'll be surprised. You see, everything is accumulated. Everything is accumulated. All right? If you keep doing this, few weeks down the road, few months down the road, you'll see this coming in. Just like I always tell people, look, first few months may be difficult when you're marketing your freelancing business. When you talk about this loud enough, long enough, people will remember that you do this. Like now, I've been doing this Facebook ads coaching for like 2 years plus. I mean, though I've been doing this for a long time, but really like digital training, digital coaching and all that only started in 2020. I've been doing this for a while. I've been talking about this for long enough. I do not need to spend that much effort and time to do marketing as I used to be 2 years ago now. Why? Because I've talked about it enough. People already know whenever they are ready. Whenever they are ready, they will come back and say, they raise hand and say, Jason, I'm ready. Can I do this with you? Jason, I'm ready. Can I do this with you? Isn't that beautiful? But it won't happen if you don't put in the time and effort to build it. That's why I want to talk about this. All right. So if you have a mailing list, awesome. I mean, that's why I always encourage people to build a mailing list, but it's not for everyone. I understand. But if you're a service provider, especially if you're an expert, a coach, you got to build your mailing list. Give away something for free in exchange for their contact, like email. We usually go by email. And send email occasionally. I'm not asking you to spend, but if you can, send an email every 1 or 2 weeks at least. I used to do like 2-3 times a week, but I slowed down a bit this week because I'm building something different. But I usually do about 2 to 3 emails per week. You see, here's the thing. Some people will argue that nobody open emails. I mean, you do not open emails. I beg your pardon. Email is the only communication tool that you will open every day, especially if you're in business. When you have a Fiverr gig, when you have a Fiverr order, where do you get it? Email. All right. When you have an inquiry, where do you get it? Email. Everything is still going back to email. Please don't tell me email is obsolete. It's not, especially in B2B world. It is not. It is the most important communication tool. You may not check Instagram often. You may not check Facebook daily. Some people don't. But you go email every single day. So nurturing your mailing list is still one of the most powerful things that you can do, that it will yield you long-term benefit. So if you have a mailing list, shout about it, email them. What I will usually do is I will probably do a video and say, oh, this is the video I talk about this issue, By the way, if you need help, here's the link to buy me a coffee, right? By the way, if you need help, here's the link for you to actually book a gig so that I can design your next best YouTube video or your next best Facebook ads creative. I mean, there's so many things you can talk about. Please do not close your mind. This is really a very powerful thing. Okay? And of course, keep posting on social media. Do not stop. As long as your business continues, do not stop. You have to, in fact, market your business every single day. You are the only marketer for your freelance business, especially as we are starting up, as you're starting up now. Even now, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm still the only marketer for my business, but I have built something which is my advocates. I've worked with so many people that they like my services. These are now my troops out there helping me to bring in people that might be interested in working with me. But you don't have this for now. You are the only marketer. You are the only advocate for your business. And use all the channels available on Facebook, on Instagram. Keep shouting about it. Keep posting about it every single day. Leave a link on your Instagram to your Fiverr gig. Put everywhere, every time, be very, very loud and vocal about this. That's something that you can actually do, and it's for free. I don't get it why you're not doing this. You got to do this. All right, so that's the fourth one. And the fifth one, and last but not least, would be collaborations. I mean, reach out to people who might get value from your offering. Okay, just do something like you can guest blogging. You can actually offer some local so-called bloggers or any bloggers that might have similar audience as you're looking for and say that, hey, can I offer a free post in your blog? I want to write a blog and I would actually share maybe like 5 tips to create and optimize Facebook ads creative design. So you can actually write about that, and you say that, the only thing I will ask in favor, is to actually link back to my Fiverr gig. You say that I'm not able to offer any referral since this is a very low ticket item, but well, I will create content. And if you want, I will continuously write. Some blogs love that, to be frank. Although now blogging is no longer something that I do, but I do not rule out that there are still people who love reading. So blogging is a thing. And YouTube videos. If you are able to create YouTube videos, you know what? I'm offering this opportunity for you. I have a YouTube channel and I need your help. If you can create YouTube videos, in the next module or whichever module I'm arranging it right now, in the YouTube channel module, I would share with you how to create YouTube video without showing your face. What kind of video you can create, to give you some ideas. Okay, so if you are open to create this kind of content that can actually bring value to my audience, I would like to invite you to create your video and post it on my YouTube channel. And in return, you put your link to your Fiverr gig, right? So do that. I love that. I would like that as well. This is where I can give value to you. I don't have a very big following. I only have about 6,000 plus subscribers as I'm making this video, but it grows gradually. And it's a very, very so-called serious and interested audience that I'm having right now. And well, on top of that, every time I have a new video from you, I promise I will shoot an email for you as well. So that's something that I can actually do for you. All right. So find somebody else like me who is open to have new content to their YouTube channel. Because to me, it's very simple. If I have a very interesting video, what do I learn? What do I earn? Right? I earn from ads, though it's not a lot. Well, it accumulates. Like I said, everything in life accumulates, right? Well, I will make my whatever cut from the advertising, which brings no so-called harm to you. It doesn't actually, I don't charge you for that. It's free anyway. And you earn from whoever who's really interested, eventually sign up your Fiverr gig. So that's that. All right. So the YouTube videos, and of course, podcasters. I mean, podcasters may not be very big in our part of the world, in China, in Malaysia, in Indonesia, in Philippines and all. But if you're working with in the US market and all that, then definitely US is definitely damn big in podcast industry. So that's something you can consider going into, as in to create content. I mean, just appear as a guest on somebody else's podcast. Well, I slow down my podcast activity for now. When I'm opening it up, I probably will invite you guys to come over. Anyone who wants to be part of my content, join me in an interview or whatnot, just let me know. I would love to do that. All right. So these are a few ways you can use to market your freelancing business for free. Do you need help with your freelance marketing or freelance business building? Scan this QR code. Let's have a brainstorming session over a Zoom call.